Hello and welcome to part 2 of my makeup readings. If you are here, that means that I didn't quite get to your reading on stream the other day, or last night. It was last night, but that's okay. I'm gonna get to it now. Thank you for trusting me and supporting me, even though you didn't have to. Your timestamps are in the description below. You can find them next to your name. Remember, when it comes to the future, that tarot is unreliable, so always take it with a grain of salt. You are the master of your own fate. Things can change. Also, I will be operating under my own belief system. You do not have to adopt them unless you resonate with it and it feels good for you. Alright, I'll see you there. See you there. Thank you. Hi there, Rye. Thank you very much for getting a little reading from me. Let's get your thing up. There we go. There we go. Thought that I had that already, sorry. We'll make me a little bit smaller. Okay, let's see what you said. You wrote, excited for things to come, Queen Ron. Can I please have a reading about my spiritual journey progress? Of course! Of course, thank you for trusting me. And I love the updates you've been sending me. I know I'm not the best at replying, but I like to read it. Let's see what you need to know right now about your spiritual journey. What does Spirit have to say? I feel like ringing my little bell. Thank you so much to my guides and Rise Guides for aiding us in this reading, in this divination. Let's see what they need to know. Out of my head. I just came in. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Only that part though. Are you okay? Are you okay, Rye? I hope you're okay. I know you've been dealing with your health. Ooh, break the chain! The blue flame and your life is a canvas. I love these. I get these cards pretty often. Break the chain, it says ancestral patterns, healing, and rewriting the future. The blue flame says spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time, and your life as a canvas says artist, manifestation, and creative accountability. In my opinion, all of these together feel like you are writing a story of your own freedom, how you got out of the cave, how you're able to see the light now, how you're able to move into a more triumphant energy rather than an energy of victimhood or an energy of just allowing trickery or allowing it could even be like our own demons, the things that say everything sucks and nothing's fair and the glass is half empty. Maybe it took a long time for you to come out of that, and I feel like you have recently been very, very connected to the divine, very connected to your own spirit as well as your guides. They feel very present. If I'm honest, you might be seeing blue flickering lights. You might be seeing like purple spots. I don't know. I feel like that might come in the future just because I feel very, very drawn to this energy. I might read it for you. Next, we have your life as a canvas, and this makes me feel like you have a story that you really need to tell people. I don't know what that story is. We can pull for that. Let's see. But I want to read the blue flame for you too. I feel like you can't hear my music. I like the music. It's just a vibe. I know you feel a vibe. I'm just singing. I'm feeling very singy. We've been listening to music. Maybe we should listen to happy music. I don't know if Smooth Criminal is the happiest song. It's very catchy though. Oh! You're gonna be incorporating your spirituality into your content! I love this! That's actually so exciting! Are you gonna talk about it on stream? That's actually so neat. I love this! You might be talking about like your practices or what you've been doing. Ah! The Eight of Cups it's once again letting go. Do you see that? It's so similar. I'm letting go. I'm moving out. I'm trusting in the unknown. The Princess Sword says I have a lot to learn, and I feel I'm just now being exposed, but there's healing coming in. Obviously, when I say healing, it's emotional healing, but it can also mean energetic healing, like we're feeling more optimistic. We're feeling more at one and at peace with the universe. I actually really think that there's gonna be this moment where you feel very unified. Like I keep hearing the word unification. Like unification, I don't know what that means. As in like everything's connected, I believe. Which I do believe that. I do believe that. Let me find this for you so I can read it. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. This is a card of awakening and energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, receiving visions and having experiences out of the ordinary, which I know you are. It's so funny you'd pull this. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when we go through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activating beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structure. They appear in moments of extreme awakening, activating a physical kundalini awakening and deep cellular and DNA healing. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it's much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we think we know for sure and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, or even when it's spontaneous, takes a considerable amount of time to integrate, and awakening without integration can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of an awakening, and in quotation just says, or parentheses, the process never ends, treat this time as deeply sacred and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. And it says, place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right before me. I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. I really feel that you're going to be having much more experiences more frequently, and these are going to be moments that you carry with you for, at least they have for me, the rest of your life. And it's going to make life seem more magical, more colorful, more beautiful, and a bit more romantic. I don't know why. It feels a bit more romantic to me. Like there's a love to be experienced. And I think that's what they were saying whenever they had mentioned the word unification to me, like unified, the connecting of the dots. It's like when you look at a really good painting and you're able to understand all of the symbolism and the face and the faces they make, and like you're like, is that the Fibonacci spiral? You know, that kind of stuff. I feel like these dots are being connected more and more, and this is really good. You definitely are going through a big moment spiritually, and I love this for you. I know that you're dreaming again, and that's great. All right, thank you, Rye. I hope you enjoyed that. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone, and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Hi there, Ray. Thank you for getting a little reading from me. You said, hi, Ron. I'm going through a very tough time in my life with my med program. I'm sorry to hear that. And I haven't been doing too good lately. Oh, no. Could I have a general reading or advice? Thank you for being you. Oh, thank you, Ray. Yeah, let's see what you need to know right now, and hopefully we can give you some good pointers. I can tell you some good news, and let's see what we got. Okay. Ready. Give us the good news, Spirit. Hurry! No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm feeling really silly. Judgment card. I like that. Prince of Wands and the Eight of Swords. This is so sad, right? This is a little sad. Okay, the reason why I say it's a little sad is I know that you're looking at the greater picture, but I feel like you are so focused. In fact, I feel like we need to strike a balance. You're so focused on the future and how you feel so tied to it, I put all this money into it. I put all this time into it. I told my whole family I was doing this and all my friends, that we feel a little trapped. If I don't complete this, who am I? It's like our identity has been tied to it. And whenever we do anything, I mean anything other than school or like your med program or related to like furthering your future, making money, you feel ashamed. Like it feels like I don't want to say just your identity, but your feeling of worth is really tied to your work and your future work and all this stuff. But you're so much more than that. And you know this. Your spirit is saying this to you. You're a very creative person. You're very fun to be around. You have very smart and witty things to say. And you know that there is so much more to life than just school, working, and then dying. You know what I mean? And so you may be feeling a bit kind of cheated out of life in this moment. And that's why you're feeling so stuck and so trapped. I'm seeing all these other people enjoy themselves. I'm seeing all these other people be creative and have friends and have relationships and buying their homes. And here I am still in school, right? And that's what I feel like you're going through right now. I want you to know, I think this is just, it's so normal. It's very, very normal. Everybody goes through this, especially when they're in school for a long time. Obviously, I have a degree, but I didn't stay longer than I needed to. I did the 4 years and I was like, peace. And I remember being in school and seeing people, and this is why I relate with this. I like seeing people get married, or I was seeing people traveling all around the world, and I was like, man, here I am doing this fucking degree. Oh, for what? So that I can have a good future? And you may have this energy of insecurity around it. Is this even a guaranteed security for me? And you're telling yourself, yes, it is. It's worth it. I can do it. But I feel so drained. And so just know, this isn't a forever thing. I think that we just need to strike a better balance in our school life and our work life. But, I know that's not the med student way. I know that med students kind of have to study, and do their best to learn as much as they can, because it makes sense. You are in charge of people's health, and I think that you're feeling that responsibility as well. Okay, let's see what's incoming in the future, though. Patience and balance. Thank goodness you're fine. If you're wondering, you're going to graduate. Well, you have the star, which is a miracle, next to the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is feeling very secure, very grounded, very good. You're smart, and you know that you can rely on your wits. I feel that what would help you the most, Ray, is hearing it back. You probably, when you pay attention in class, like when you're listening to the teacher, you're very attentive and you're looking at what they're saying and their facial expressions and what's on the slides. You probably absorb it beautifully. And I think that, I don't know if you're doing online school, but the online part is probably what's really making it hard. I would say watch back your lectures if you can, if you're doing that, or try to watch the YouTube videos on the content, because I really believe like the visualness and the auditory experience of it will help you absorb things faster. I don't know. That's just what I was getting with the Knight of Swords as well as Temperance card. But other than that, just know when all of this is over, you'll feel a lot more settled. It will be worth it, the effort. It's just, it sucks that it's taking so much out of you. Do your best to have a social life and a romantic life if you want that, and explore. You're right, there is so much more to life. All right, Ray, thank you very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See ya. Bye-bye. Hi there, Drowsy. Thank you for getting a little reading from me. You said, hi, Ron. I'm in no contact with a situationship/friend named Charles, but yesterday I reached out kindly and currently there hasn't been a response. Can you see if we could reconcile? I forgive him for the past and I still hope we could talk again one day. I genuinely care about him. Yeah, we can look, Drowsy. Thank you for trusting me with this. I know that this is really sensitive. Let's see what we can find out. I've been through that. Oh my goodness. I really like this girl so much. And we went no contact and I went insane for like 2 months. I was like scouring the internet. Maybe you're doing the same thing. It's okay. It's human. Alright. Oh, that felt important actually. So we're gonna trust that. Alright, here's what Spirit wants you to know. The Six of Swords. Okay. The Magician card and the Hanged One. The so your challenge is the Two of Pentacles, and I wanted to see what everything said first. And I thought about kind of doing it one step at a time, but the Six of Swords, I was like, I don't know. So the Two of Pentacles represents going back and forth, and this is a challenge. So this is what's making things a little bit difficult for the relationship. There's this energy of, should I do this or should I do that? And it's hard to kind of make a choice. It's hard to just make a decision. You'll notice that the advice card is the Ace of Pentacles, to decide. And what I think is actually happening, Drowsy, is that there's an energy of, I'm a bit ashamed. I feel a little bit upset when I think about this energy. I'm not ready to get back into that. I don't want to face that or confront that right now. And so I need a little bit of time to get my head on straight and figure out what I want to say. Now the good news is that even though their energy is a bit backed up right now, facing another direction, looking at something else, that doesn't mean that they won't come back to you. Because we have in the future the Hanged One, and this is seeing things from a new perspective. Now, keep in mind, this is the most likely outcome, not the guaranteed one. Things could change, but the Hanged One says, I see it from a new lens now. I've taken some time away, I've thought things through, I saw what you wrote, and I'm ready to say something. It reminds me, actually, I remember I have a really good friend, they're actually my mod, and my mod, they had gone through like a friendship breakup and they were no contact. And I remember I just said to them, oh, don't worry, because they're gonna come back to you in December, I just know it. And this was like it was like 8 months before December. It's like, it's gonna come back in December, just don't worry. And they did, they came back to say happy birthday. And so I'm feeling something very similar. I don't know if your birthday is coming up. I don't know if their birthday is coming up, but there's something about a important date where contact will be reestablished. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it does. It feels like something positive is in the air, and it causes them to really look again. It causes them to look back again. I know that so far we have the Knight of Cups, and this is wish fulfillment, the King of Cups, and this is a feeling like I'm ready to talk about the hard thing and be a bit more mature about it as well. And then the Ten of Wands is, yeah, there's a lot to kind of unpack here, and that's okay. That's okay. So the answer is yes. Will it be a little bit of time? I do think so. I think it'll take some time, and it obviously it's up to their discretion. But advice is don't force it, but always leave the door open. Just say to them, you know, I really care about you, and when you're ready, I'd love to reconnect and leave things be. I promise I forgive you and I won't hold you to it. So when you're ready to be friends again, I'm here. And just leave it there. Just leave it there. All right, Drowsy. I hope that you like that. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone and you are loved. See ya. Bye-bye. honestly, Bailey, thank you for getting a reading from me, and thank you for your patience. I do hope that it's worth the wait. You said, Bailey, will W make more effort to make our relationship work if we reconcile? Oh, Bailey. Oh my goodness, I feel the pain in that message. Let's see what we have, Bailey. I'm really sorry that you're struggling in that relationship. Let's see what we got. Spirit, want you to know. What's the energy around that? I've been there. I think we've all been there, especially when you love someone so much. Okay, what do we got? What do we... Ooh. Oh my goodness! This one flew out into my lap. I'll say this. I will say this. The Six of Wands is setting up expectations. It's saying, this is what I need. This is what I want. Can we do this? Can we make this work? And the moon is here. The moon represents mystery, illusion, and the unknown. It can also mean lies, but don't say that they're lying to you. It can sometimes mean that we're lying to ourselves. It can mean that we're not seeing things clearly, that there's illusions here, that information is elusive. And so the Two of Cups tells me that there are some unsaid things. There are some fears that we haven't communicated. There are some genuine pains that we have the opportunity to reconcile, but it requires being very unconditionally loving, even when it's hard to hear. So the Six of Wands is about everything's up front, everything is on stage, everything is on the table. Here's my cards, show me yours. Show me yours. And so as long as we do that, and we try to view it from a lens of unconditional love, we have an opportunity to heal. But I don't think that healing will be linear. I don't think that it will be overnight. Sometimes the moon can mean it'll take a whole month before we even see real progress. Sorry, I'm so sorry. All of a sudden, I'm like super thirsty. So you're probably feeling like I'm not. So a lot of times the readers will say that their physical sensations have something to say about the reading. And the spiritual meaning behind being thirsty is I need more love. I need you to give me more love. I need you to pour into me more. I need you to give back what I'm giving to you if we can make this work. And I think that is possible. I do. I really do. I don't think that it will be a straight shot. It'll be a winding road. And what you want to do while you're going down that road may change from the you that you are now. So the you now says, I want to be with them. I want to be with them so bad. I want to get married. I want to have kids. I want to spend my whole life with them. That's just an example. Maybe you don't feel that way. But the you a month from now, will you feel safe? Will you feel heard? Will you feel like you can invest your future into them and trust them to catch you? Trust them to provide for you, trust them to grow with you. That's gonna be the real test. Now, obviously, you shouldn't put an ultimatum on somebody. It never really goes well. You can communicate in little ways that you are feeling it out, but just know you are the one who has to make the decision. And I feel that giving yourself and this person a good month to see if there's any progress, there's no shame in that, especially if you really love them. Okay. Yeah, dude, I'm so overstimulated. I don't feel safe. I don't feel secure. I feel like they're interested in other people. I feel like, I feel worried that my soulmate is somebody else. I feel worried that their soulmate is somebody else. Maybe these thoughts have gone through your head. Your advice card is the Nine of Pentacles, to remember that you hold the cards. And don't let your heart decide your future. let everything, your spirit, your mind, and your heart, all of these things have to work in tandem if we want to survive. But I say survive, you'll always be okay. I guess what I want to say is if you want to thrive. Okay, there we go, Bailey. I hope that you like that. Thank you very, very much. Good luck with everything you are endeavoring, and remember that you're never alone. You are loved. See you later. Bye-bye. Hi, Bloomy. Thank you for getting a reading from me last night, and I appreciate your patience. It means a lot that you trust me with this, and thank you for choosing me as your reader. You wrote, "Hi, Ron. It's been a while since I got a reading from you. I'd like a reading about our friendships." Oh, about friendships. I like that. Okay. My friend group practically blew up last year. Wait, I feel like you told me this. I kind of remember. And I'd like to know how friendship will look in the future. Please and thank you, Queen. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what we have. Let's see, Bloomy. The Five of Swords. We're still hurt. We're still very hurt about what happened. I don't want to say like so hurt that you can't move on. Of course you can. You have the Fool card, and the Fool card represents something new. We're on the precipice of taking a leap of faith into a new timeline, a new journey, a new chapter of our life when it comes to friendship. And just know, leave room to be surprised, because it's not gonna be like last time. There are good people out there who are sweet, who are kind, who are understanding, who are warm. And I want you to know you're gonna be very happy that you understand where your boundaries are, that you're able to read energy much better. You're going to feel like, wow, I can trust people again. And wow, I feel so much more confident around these people. They believe in me and they listen to me. And I know that I need to be as authentic as possible so that I can make sure that I feel secure in this sort of relationship. And so I do feel that friendship is on its way to you. The Death card is here, and this does mean change, and it means release. So you will experience a bit of a kind of like a mourning process, an energy of I'm letting go still, and I'm unpacking it, but I'm still putting it down before it pops in. But it is gonna pop in. I don't know when. We could pull though. We can pull and find out. Challenge. Your challenge is the King of Cups, and this is to be safe to open up about your emotions, but in a way that isn't, I don't want to say whiny. Obviously, like, it's okay to be upset and have no emotions are wrong. But to me, the King of Cups says, I've turned my pain into wisdom. I've seen what I experienced, and I love myself enough to not experience that again. And the Ace of Swords is here, and this is truth, this is honesty, and this is clarity. This is not being afraid to talk about it, but also not being afraid to talk to people. As long as you're exposing yourself around a community that is understanding, that wants you around, you will find friendship. And I'm actually saying this. I recently did I don't know if you want to come. It's okay if you don't. I don't know if you're into tarot. Obviously you got a tarot reading, but if you're into spirituality, if you would like to be in a spiritual community, I don't make money doing this, by the way, but I actually do have Discord nights now. I just did one, like right before this reading, about an hour ago. So if you're ever interested in making some friendships, I do those Wednesdays at 7, so maybe that'll help you. But I know sometimes we want friendships in real life. Ooh, the Ace of Cups, a new friend! What the fuck? The Three of Cups! This is a new friend group. And then we have the Hanged One, seeing things from a new perspective. Not everybody is hurt. Some people actually do the work to be healed, and these are friends worth keeping. So just know a community is definitely out there for you. It doesn't have to be mine, but if you're interested, that's definitely, that's available to you. Alright, Bloomy, thank you so much. Remember that you are never alone and you are loved. See you later. Bye-bye.